Hi everyone, John Cottrell here of MBODY Yoga, and this is Soft Flow Yoga. Thanks for joining me. Today we're focusing on Dolphin Pose, a very powerful yet a beginner-friendly posture that builds strength in the shoulders, the arms, and core while improving flexibility in your hamstrings and your spine. It's also about a great foundation for more advanced yoga poses, but we'll keep it accessible and supportive for all levels. So this dynamic yoga flow will help you boost your energy, improve your posture, and connect with your breath. Make sure you stay until the end. I've got a short guided relaxation to help you fully unwind and reset. Okay, roll out your yoga mat, roll credits, and let's get started. Let's begin our practice in seated. So find a comfortable seat. You can sit on a folded blanket or a pillow. Once you're here, just feel the lengthening of your spine. So sit up nice and tall. We'll take a few moments just to get reacquainted with breath. You can close your eyes for this, or you can just soften your eyelids and maybe just gaze downward at the floor. A nice full breath in. Exhale. Good. Just experience the feeling and the sound of your breath. Full breath in and out. Good. A few more times. And feel free to add a simple movement to this breath flow. You can follow me if you'd like. You can inhale, extend your arms out and up. Good reach. Exhale, extend your arms out and down. And you're just continuing to breathe and move at your own pace. Just a few more times. Just gently warming up the body, tuning in, becoming more focused and more present. Very good. Maybe two more times. Good. And just come back to stillness for a few moments. We'll make a transition to our hands and knees as we warm up our spine and our hips. And you can use a blanket for this, just to have some padding for your hands and knees if you'd like. So once here, an inhale just to tilt the pelvis back, feel the belly drop. You create that natural back bend and just lift your chin, opening your heart. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under. Feel the belly button draw up towards spine, that natural curve of spine, chin to chest. And just continue this gentle flow. A good undulation of the spine, that movement of the pelvis. These simple movements will help us prepare for our dolphin pose. So dolphin pose, it's kind of an inversion pose, right? Or inverted pose, like downward facing dog. But rather than being on our hands, we're going to be on our forearms. So we'll first do a flow through a down dog sequence, and then we'll do our dolphin segment. So finish the breath that you're on and take two more breaths. Just return to stillness, holding for a moment. And if you are using a blanket for some padding, let's go ahead and set that to the side for now. Let's come back to hands and knees. Let's set up for downward facing dog and a simple lunge flow with that. We'll step the hands forward a little bit, spread out your fingers so you feel a stretch between each finger. Just lean or press your palms flat into your mat so you have strong, straight arms. And then tuck your toes. And we'll inhale to cow, just like we did earlier, and then exhale into cat and hold cat pose. As you now lift your knees off the floor and slowly allow your hips to float up into the air, your head and chest will dip between your arms.
and you'll be in down dog. So something to be reminded of here. Go ahead and keep the knees very bent. That'll keep the hips high and the torso long. Also, we'll keep the torso long is making sure your palms are pressing flat into the mat and press more towards your thumbs and index fingers. So you have this kind of inner strength in your hands and in your arms. All right, we're going to inhale and extend right leg up. Let's just hold here for a moment, reaching through the foot, pushing into the earth with the hands just to get as long as we can. Inhale. And exhale, we'll step through. We'll go to a warrior one setup, landing up here at the top or just behind the right hand. Turn that left leg and then plant the heel into the floor. Your body weight will shift forward, but just be sure to kind of shift the weight back so you have much more weight into that back foot. So it already feels like you're standing even though you're folded forward. And then we'll hinge our way up into a warrior one, holding for a moment, settling in. Good reach of the arms. And then we'll inhale and exhale, open up to a warrior two. Adjusting your feet if you need to. I like to take a slightly wider stance and extend the arms. Right knee is bent, pointing directly forward. Good. And then a big windmill, starting with this back hand up and around and down, back down to the floor. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Once again, push firmly into the floor with the hands so your arms are straight and strong again. Transferring of weights. Again, slide that right foot back. From our plank pose, actually let's hold here for a few seconds just so you can feel the strength and energy here. And then bend your knees, send your hips into the sky. Once again, moving into downward facing dog. If you need to, make some adjustments with your feet, maybe your hands. Be sure to spread out your fingers. Press into the earth. Press more towards thumbs and index fingers. Strong, straight arms. Knees stay bent, hips high. Okay, other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Reach and hold. Keep this good extension. And then left foot to the top of the mat or behind the left hand. Turn the back leg, right heel to the floor. Shift your weight back. Feel balanced on 2 feet. And then slowly float up. Settle into your warrior one. Breathe in and exhale, open to warrior two. You can check your arm level. Sometimes the back hand drops, especially if you're looking out past your front hand here. Good lunge. Building some good endurance and strength in the arms. All right, here's our windmill around and down to the floor in front. Rise up on the tiptoes behind you. Again, press into the earth. Transfer of weight into the hands so you can slide the left foot back. Hold plank pose for 3, 2, 1. And then we'll bring knees to the floor. And then gently sit back into hero for a moment. All right, so that's a good warm-up for the entire body, but also for that strength of the upper body, particularly your arms and your shoulders. And that's going to get us ready for our dolphin pose. So dolphin, like I said, is very reminiscent of downward facing dog, but rather than being on our hands, we're going to be on our forearms. And so once again, you can use a blanket for a little extra padding. So I'm going to bring my blanket here, and this is how we'll get into dolphin as far as the structure of how the arms are going to go. Ideally, or typically I should say, the arms are going to be parallel on the floor. Okay, imagine them on the floor. And so your arms are aligned like this, parallel to one another like railroad tracks. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to fold our fingers. You're going to kind of create this triangle shape. Folding the fingers, because this is going to feel a little bit better on the wrists here. And really kind of get a good grip here. And so once we push or place the arms on the floor, we want to put more weight and tension up near the hands, less in the shoulders. And I'll just show you. And then you can follow along. So here's my triangle, placing my fists up on the blanket here. So I don't want to be too far back where the weight would be on the elbows. I want the weight forward, more towards the fists and forearms, okay? So I'm going to just be on hands and knees for a moment. You can even do a little cat-cow if you'd like. Actually do this with me. On the exhale, kind of round out into cat pose, because you're going to feel a sensation perhaps in your latissimus muscles right here, kind of the wings of your back. And you want those muscles to engage because that's what's going to actually help you sustain your posture as well. Okay? So again, a cow, back bend. You can feel the muscles, those lats relax. Exhale, engage. Tuck toes. And then start lifting knees, even just a little bit here. Shifting forward slightly, hips go up. I'm going to tiptoe forward a little bit. I'm just going to keep that tension kind of forward towards the fists. Knees stay very bent, hips high. Again, the head kind of dips between the arms. This is dolphin. Keep pushing directly down into the ground or your blanket with your forearms and fists. Let's add a little dynamic here by I'm extending my left leg into the air. Reach. You don't have to do this. This is just an option. And then the other side. So really good practice for building upper body strength, engaging those muscles. 3, 2, 1, and then we'll relax. And you can even sit back for a moment in child's pose. So that's just a quick demonstration of dolphin. You can rise up, relieve the shoulders. Let's go ahead and just finish this practice with a reset. A little breathing meditation here. Close your eyes or just soften your eyelids. Pay attention to the feeling and the sound of your breath. On your next inhale, imagine or feel the breath rising upward along the spine, filling up the lungs, and exhale. So just a slow, steady breath. Inhale. Exhale. Just holding in stillness, breathing. Feeling the body calm and relax, followed by your mind, just bringing everything to ease. Anytime after a dynamic yoga flow, always nice to just acknowledge the hard work you've done by coming to stillness, finding that reset of body and mind and breath. Wonderful. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Take this calm reset with you. Let it be the foundation for the rest of your day. And then one last movement together. We'll inhale, extend arms out and up. And exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Take one more full breath in and out. And as we come to the close of this practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste.
Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.